sure everybody will agree, this is an absolutely stunning and spectacular exhibition. I think for me it's exactly everything that the Key is about. It's celebrating the history of the Key. It's groundbreaking, it's relevant, it resonates with the building. It's got this ghostly quality that's reflecting the history of the place, and it's just completely immersive. I think all the best exhibitions I've been to have had a smell, and this exhibition certainly does have a smell that is as evocative as the artworks themselves. And what we say about the artworks? Well, I think that the first thing that needs saying is I think everybody appreciates what a Sisyphean feat this is to actually. A huge amount of work has gone into this. A huge amount of work, a huge amount of imagination, and just an aesthetic sense that just makes the whole thing just perfect. I think is the only word I can say. I think it is perfect, and I know Joe has worked absolutely incredibly hard on this, and I would like to thank you, Joe, for doing such a brilliant job. I think people are going to be talking about this exhibition for the next 3 months. Certainly, I think we're going to see more visitors than we've probably ever had in here, and I think they're going to be talking about this for many, many years to come. So thank you very much. I'd like to raise a toast. And I know that Joe has a few thank yous to make, but I'd like to just make a few of my own, if I may. Firstly, for Georgia for doing a fantastic job of walking alongside Joe in the development of this and in the actual putting together of the exhibition and rounding up the troops of volunteers who've done a superb job as always, and without whose help I don't know what we'd do. So thank you to them. And thank you to Ian and Georgia and the young volunteers who've made, I think, an equally stunning exhibition next door, which is brilliant. Please do go and see the response to this. I think they've done some incredible work, and yeah, it's stunning and bodes well for the future of Key Art. I think we've got lots more Joe Koris in the waiting. So thanks all, and thank you everybody for your support, continued support. Please do come and visit and tell your friends and get everybody to come and see this incredible exhibition. So thank you very, very much. I would just like to raise one more toast, if I may. And this is you'll see one of the things in the exhibition here is an arcade machine, or the ghost of an arcade machine in that window space there. That was the window originally that Anne Lewington and her husband Lou Lewington climbed up when they first saw this building and thought what a great art centre that would make. And they clambered up the side and came in, and this room was full of pigeons and old arcade machines. And sadly, Lou Lewington died a couple of weeks ago, so I'd like to raise the toast to him and the real founders of this place. So here's to Lou Lewington. Thank you. The lady herself, Jo Kori.
Well, I wouldn't do too many cliches, but no woman is an island. And this is not the kind of show that you can just do all by yourself. There are so many aspects of it that have had so many contributions of all different kinds from all kinds of people. And I just would really like to take this opportunity to say thank you for them and maybe drop in a couple of small stories on the way to acknowledge what they've done. So I want to say thank you to the Key Arts team. That's Paul, Jackie, Georgia, Jenny, Taylor and Marie. A show like this, to take on an artist who, well, I have done shows before, but not relatively that well known. And it's an installation. It's not what we call a standard exhibition where you can see a whole number of pictures or paintings or prints that are going to go on the wall. It takes an enormous leap of faith. And that happened at the Open Art Show, where it was a wonderful thing to hear my name being announced. It was a wonderful thing to hear that I was was going to get a solo show, particularly in a space like this. This is a fantastic space. Anybody who comes here comments on what a wonderful space it is for you to create work in. And it was incredibly exciting to know that I had a year and a half at least to actually plan and produce a show to accommodate this space. And every member of the team has been there with me along the way in all sorts of different kinds of capacities. So I'd really like to say thank you. There's another side of me, another hat. Those that know me, I have an educational side, a commitment to learning. Jackie and Jenny look after the educational side of things. I've really enjoyed developing a teacher guide. Thank you so much. They've organised workshops for me to do, working with youth groups and with adult groups as well. There's some really special workshops that they've helped me develop for youth and for adults accompanying this show. If you're able to attend any of them, that would be fantastic. I'd love to see you. It's very special being able to actually talk about your own artwork in that capacity. Georgia knows what she's done, the most patient person I can possibly imagine, helping to hang those musician pieces in particular. You know, I think we had 3 sessions of about 4 hours each. I don't know anybody else who would actually stand on a ladder doing a sort of form of really complex puppetry while I was trying to get the anatomy, yes, the anatomy right. You know, everybody, every step of the way, it's been really fun. You can see a video of Paul Armfield singing. He's also the feature of the band musicians there playing the saw. I thought that was a really important thing to encapsulate. It's a very unusual instrument. It's very Paul, who is the New Arts Centre. It's very key arts. This has been great, but thank you team. I need to mention some of the pieces to say, not I haven't created everything part of this show. So there are some very special pigeon sculptors I'd like to mention. They were co-mentored by Jenny Saunders and Charlie Howkins, who've been absolutely amazing. I think they've become maybe like gum strip sculpture experts themselves now. Amy Rose, Brianne, Shanique, Shiara, Shamina, Ellie, Esme, Heather, Leonie, Liesl, Mia, Natalia, Nick and Warwick. All the roosting pigeons that you can see, those are the ones they have created. I put little coloured rings to try and identify for them. But, you know, they saved me about a week's worth of work. Thank you so much. And they were beautifully done as well. Thank you very much indeed. As Paul mentioned, there's a response show here on the left. Always really completely fascinating to see what people might interpret of the things that you've been thinking about for about a year. There are young key artists aged 14 to 18. You'd think with a show like that you're just suddenly, they're doing clones of what you do. No, they have their very own interpretation, not only of the materials, which I found really fascinating, but also a lot of the ideas and the themes. A really interesting extra aspect of the show, which I think is a complete bonus. So please do go and see them. They're on for a month. So you need to see them first, really, and then you can come back to the show. There are also, you'll see a number of QR codes around the show, which you can download a free QR code scanner and scan them in. There'll also be a page coming up where you can go and look at some of the things that are in there. But there are 5 beautiful, evocative soundscapes around this show, each one responding to a written brief that I gave Regina music students. All I can say is I didn't want to call them students straight away. They are soundscape artists. There was complete professionalism from them. I gave them a delivery date. It was there. It was in exactly the right format, but also they're just really, really lovely. And this was before they actually even saw the pieces. I gave them photographs, drawings, ideas, and a brief, and they came up with these fabulous musical pieces. They're really worth a listen, and thank you to the soundscape artists. They were mentored by Richard Wiseman at Medina College. Names were Harvey, Jessica, Jamie, Joseph, Linus, Oliver, Ruben, and Tilly. By the way, all these thank yous, you'll find them in the back of the exhibition guide as well. So the show hang. I remember, like, on the first day, coming in, there were lots and lots of boxes, which I delivered over 3 days, thinking the volunteer install team are coming in tomorrow. I cannot just give them a load of boxes. So spent the day laying them out, thinking, okay, this is what we need to do. And then at the end of that day, I thought, this is the day I let go, because we've got a whole group of people in here going to come in and they're going to help make this magic happen. And I started calling them the invisible angels. And that's how I sort of see them. They just were just there in so many different kinds of capacities over a very long hang. It took 2 weeks. Not every single day, but most days, something was happening in relation to this hang. And long hours put in for a volunteer install team, and also Georgia going above and beyond her working hours. So I'd really like to say thank you to Arda, Charlie, Paul, Penny, Steve, and Susanna and Chris for your contribution during the hang. Absolutely valuable. Thank you so much. Beautiful lighting, everybody, as well, don't you think? I work with a master printmaker, a friend of mine called Miles Calvert, who can't be here. He's based in the US. He helped me with create the screen prints and the photopolymer etchings. I hadn't worked with photopolymer etchings before. Wonderful person. And also the person who framed all the main pictures. He's a guy called Don, and he works in Ventnor, Pierce Street Gallery. He knew that he had to make sure all the framing was really, really consistent. He's an engineer by trade. Another really fantastic person to work for. You don't think about framing being important, but it really is, especially when you're relating it to sculptures. Research and content support. Oh my gosh, well, there are 13 artists and artisans that I work with to create the hands. A number of people actually helped, wanted to join in and help make some of the gum strip sculptures. Also, there were people who I talked to, most importantly, about research, historical research and ideas and content that went behind some of the ideas of the pieces. So I'd really like to say thank you. I'm mentioning some of them, but I'm sure there's some more, so forgive me if there aren't. They are not here. But Anne Lewington, Barry Downer, Brian Greening and Bill Shepherd, Charlie Brett, who helped make the little coins and things from the fruit machine, thank you, in her own time. Claire Robinson, who features in the Potter's Hands. Dave Badman, David and Isabel Kori, Daniel Roberts, Hannah, Nigel and Chase George, Howard Hardman, Ian Whitmore, Jenny Saunders, Karen Granger, Nina Bully, Paul Armfield. Thank you for helping with the hands, being there and letting me examine the extremely amazing positions that you took when you were making your artwork. And also Ventnor Haven Fishery, who inspired this piece. A big part of this show as well is digital. I needed a lot of consultancy and support, including online marketing. So I'd like to say a thank you to my dear friend Peter Wolf, who was a digital rock through this, both on the marketing and the website side, and also ideas about the app codes, and his partner Caroline did a lot of testing to see which ones would work. Less Ordinary Media, they're Carolina and Tony, friends of mine from Hastings, amazing tweeters. And also Simon and Sally Perry on the white. I think you can almost take for granted how supportive they always are of everything on the island. But they're also really fabulous at some early stages about some digital ideas as well. So thank you very much, both of you, for everything. Other marketing support, I understand County Press, Style White, Vectis Radio, people who support us for free, thank you so much. Finally, last but not least, so I'm going to talk about family, friends and colleagues. Most of you know who you are and how wonderful you have been. You know how grateful I am. I'll mention workshop colleagues. I lived in Hastings before I came here for 10 years and very happily built up a whole range of relationships with people that I worked with workshops. Wonderful artists who are really interested and extended their learning. And I kind of took it for granted that maybe the same thing would happen here, but I didn't know how there might be opportunities. This is where Kiart's been very generous in allowing me to start doing some workshops with them. So they've become what I call my workshop colleagues as well, and have been incredibly supportive. Thank you, they've lovely messages on Facebook, keeping me going over the year, interested in what I'm doing, attending here. And I'd also like to say a special thank you to Miriam and Peter, who are here today. I'm not being too bad. they are. Really important people, because Miriam, as well as being a long-term friend from Hastings, she's also part of an artist group called Folio 14, who I've worked with and supported for over 6 years now. A brilliant, brilliant example of an artist collective who completely support each other and keep progress going, which is very difficult when you're maybe at quite a mature adult stage and you want to push things further, but at the same time you can feel quite isolated. They are doing amazing things. I think they're just telling me they're coming up for quite a big show coming up in Hastings. A great example of artist collective. I know that there are a number on the island as well, but I always have faith in these kinds of adult groups, and I really hope to be involved in more in the future. So, without further ado, thank you all so very much for attending today. It means a lot to me. It's been lovely. It's lovely to celebrate the end of it, or maybe the beginning of it. The beginning. I've let it go. The baby's gone. Fled the let rest. Gone to make its own life. So, whatever you make of it, it'll be completely interesting. There's a visitor's book if you want to make any comments, or there's a website as well, or there's my Facebook, which is Kori Artist, if you want to make any comments at all. And there'll be ongoing things as well that are happening. There's some drawings downstairs as well that sort of give you a little bit of an insight of what I do. I've talked for a long time, but there were lots and lots of people to thank, as you know. So thank you.